What it is, y'all? It's your boy Jones, and welcome to another episode of E&J Full Court Shot. I'm your host Jones. Brought to you by my co-host E. What's good, boy?
It's good.
Oh yeah, you see him smiling because right now we both are on a high as far as this free agency. Things are going down. Teams are making moves. The Knicks, Lakers, Chicago, Miami. It's getting serious right now. This is why this is one of the best times of the year in the NBA off season because the shuffle where team players just go everywhere. I love seeing that. I know it's a new era. This is not the old way of doing things, but that's it. It's 2021. It's a new era. This is how we doing it, and I'm loving it. I like it, so I ain't got no complaints. I know you ain't got no complaints over there, but you're stacked ass team.
Nah, I mean, there's still some things I'm still trying to wrap my head around, but
Absolutely, absolutely. So we definitely gonna get into that. But first, if you are new to E&J Full Court Shot, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, and always comment as well, so that we can interact with you guys. And if you have questions, definitely put them there. We'll definitely have that question out for the next episode. But getting right into it, free agency, 3 days into it, I think now, and right off the bat, before free agency even started, your team made some moves to make everybody be put on notice that hey, we going for it this year. So I'm not even gonna say nothing because I got good news myself. I'm gonna let you talk about your team. What did your team do?
we went and
Break
got
it down
Mr.
for me.
Triple Double,
It's the triple double.
Russell Westbrook. Um, when that move happened, yeah, like people saying, people going crazy, happy, and people
Mm-hmm.
saying, "Oh my God, what a terrible move."
Right, you're gonna
I
get
was
both
right in
sides.
the middle. I'm in the middle of that because I'm like, I get it. You want to make a splash. I just don't. I'm just questioning the fit, but
Right.
I still look at the upside of what we could be getting, a guy who's hungry. And after the news, we found out the other day that he called that other dude that went to the other LA team to team up with him, but he chose his fucking Robin, who's showed up this year in the playoffs, but hasn't showed up before, and took
Right.
him instead. So that kind of gonna make him a little hungrier now. And he's coming home to LA. He wants to put on the show for the home squad.
The
I'm
home
kind of I think I'm not gonna say because obviously everybody's gonna say I'm only saying it because I'm a Laker fan, but I
okay.
think it'll be
All right, here we go.
like
Go
yeah.
ahead.
My thing, the whole question, we do gotta remember it is LeBron. We all know LeBron always shifts his game around to what he has. When
Absolutely.
AD got there, LeBron said, "No, we're gonna put the scoring on AD." I think this is a way to get. I think LeBron's been wanting to be a little off the ball lately. I guess
Yep.
help him. It'll actually help him to rest himself a little before the playoffs.
Absolutely.
And then having a scorer when LeBron's on the bench, somebody who can go get it. That's what we've been. The bench was been the struggle since LeBron got there.
Exactly. That's a fact.
So I'm hoping having Russ there it'll take some of the minutes down. But I mean, since we're talking about free agency,
Wait, wait,
might as
wait,
well
wait.
stay there. You got to stay on the Lakers.
No, we're gonna stay on the Lakers. I just wanted to comment on the Russ thing before you go on to the rest of this team, guys that you guys got. I agree 100% with you on that because I was one of those people that was in the middle on this as well. We spoke about this off air plenty of times in the off season. You know, when they were throwing the name Russ out there, we both said,
Yeah.
"Man, like it's
Yeah.
Russ," but at the same time, is he a good fit for this team? So I'm with you. I don't think it's a great fit, but I'm hopeful because them having that meeting, that private meeting, and them saying, "Hey, look, let's make it work. Let's, put our pride
I
aside
mean,
and make this work." And I think hopefully, if Russ is real serious, like the guy that we know he is, he's always going to bring it. Now he's got a more fire under his ass.
yeah.
Like you said, Kawhi didn't want him. KD didn't want him. PG didn't want him. LeBron said, "Come on over here to Laker Town.
And
I'm
like
gonna go get you a ring, boy."
that whole meeting, you had LeBron and AD telling him
Yep.
we're willing to. AD saying I'm willing to play more center, and LeBron saying I'm going to the power forward.
Right. Sacrifice. That's what it takes.
And let's not forget to mention, is he a terrible shooter? Yes. But the dude has been leading the NBA in assists the last couple of years.
Absolutely.
The last two assist leaders are Russ and LeBron.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So
AD,
I think
it might be an MVP type season for AD.
Absolutely. I think if Russ can sacrifice, because if Bron and AD sacrificing, he's obviously going to be willing to sacrifice as well. So hopefully, with that being said, he fits in and this whole thing works. I think it will work, especially with the additions that you guys just got. Take it away from there. Lord.
I mean, it depends on who you ask, because like people who watch basketball and stuff will say it'd be good pickups. Other haters could just say, "Oh, we just signed a bunch of old guys." But I'm gonna tell you what I think. We added a lot of depth, something we haven't had. Before I even go over, I gotta say my biggest thing is we got rid of Kyle Kuzma. Thank God. Got him up out of here.
Deuces. Kuzma.
Sad to see Alex Caruso go. Sad to see Alex Caruso go. Would love to bring him back. But I mean, let's think about it. You add Trevor Ariza. Ariza is somebody that's going to replace Kyle Kuzma's minutes and be a better defensive player than Kuzma. And he's a better three-point shooter than Kuzma.
3 and D, baby.
There goes the shooter. Kent Bazemore, another guy who can defend and shoot.
Yep.
Dwight Howard, who was here when we won that shit, brought him back. Should have never went to Philly.
Should have never left.
He's back. You know, then we got before I say the name I was most happy about. We got some young guys before everybody says we owe. Malik Monk was good pickup on a vet minimum.
Absolutely.
A young shooter. Yep. Kendrick Nunn, who's a bucket.
Bucket. You seen what he did in the finals last year when he finally got in. He went to work.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, the dude's a straight bucket. We added another guy. Now, I used to be this guy was one of my favorite in the league, going back to when he was in Denver. Matter of fact, when he came out of Syracuse, I was a fan.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that we got Melo to finally come over, this is a couple years too late, but finally come over and to be with Bron, that's big. That's big because he's a guy, like you said with Russ, how we spoke off the podcast. He's a guy I told you when I was hearing the rumors, I said Melo be a fit. He'll give them what Kuzma should have given them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Melo's a bucket. He still can shoot. He can still play.
You know? And re-signing THT, big.
Big. I mean, I saw that coming, but that's big.
I think
now he's experienced.
Yeah, like I like the depth we gave him. And shout out to Dennis Schroeder for turning down that $80 million we offered him and still not getting nothing he's asked for. Still a free agent. So shout out to him.
Dennis Schroeder, you're a fucking idiot for that. You're really an idiot for that. I don't know what made you think to bet on yourself on that.
It's so bad we can't even sign and trade him because nobody wants him for the money he's asking.
You didn't even show up in the playoffs. Like, are you kidding me? You want 100?
He might have to suck it up and take a cheap deal with the Lakers on a 1-year prove-it deal, be their sixth man off the bench, backup point guard to try to get another contract.
That's a fact. He was bugging with that, but just to go off of what you said, that Lakers made some powerful moves. They got some veterans. They got some young dudes that been in the game for at least a few years that are going to put in work. And then you got Russ and Carmelo Anthony, two guys that are hungry for that ring. The league has I don't want to say the league, but like fans and a lot of people have doubted both of those guys for a lot of their career, especially late in their career. Now they can prove it because now they got Bron, they got AD, and they got an official team around them. There's no excuses. I think this Laker team has what it takes to get back to where they were last year, or 2 years ago, which is in the finals. So great fucking luck. Great fucking luck for the Lakers. I know you was grinning from ear to ear. I hear you.
As every move that came in, I was like, okay, okay,
Right. Me
okay,
too. Me
okay.
too.
Not like last year when we made the pickups of like Montrezl Harrell and stuff like that. I was like,
Yeah, like all
okay,
right. Okay.
uh,
Yeah, like they were questionable moves, but
not even the sense. It's just like I don't like the fact that we still got Marc Gasol. I wasn't big on that last year
yeah, true.
because I didn't see that fit.
Right. No, that's true. I'm still not big on Gasol, but the fact that we have him
But I mean,
that size,
him
so
being there now, him being there now might be good because you got a big man who could shoot and could pass the ball
exactly.
a little. And then when you
Yep.
take him out, you got Dwight.
Exactly. Dwight is back, baby. I love it. I fucking love it. So speaking of things that I love, my New York Knicks. I was worried for a second because then it was looking like crickets a little bit for a while. I was waiting for us to make a splash. We needed a splash. We had to pick our nose in the water because we have the fucking money to do it. And finally today we made a move. Someone is coming home to where he belongs.
Can
Go
I,
ahead.
can I? But first, before you get into that, I'm a fan of the new move, but the move they did make and day one of free agency was questionable.
Right. Right.
78 million,
Huh?
78 million to Evan Fournier.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. It doesn't shock me though because New York, the way I look
All
at
right,
them,
but the one thing we
have
gotta
the money
understand
for it.
though,
Just
what we gotta
go.
understand, I feel like what people gotta understand is like, yes, that's questionable, and that looks like the old Knicks move, but who's the big guy? Who was the big free agent this year?
I mean,
Honestly, does anybody think Kawhi was going anywhere? Even though he's a
no,
free agent, he's technically a free agent. Does no one
right,
think he's going
but
anywhere?
he's
Did we
right.
think Chris Paul was really leaving a team that he just went to the finals with?
Exactly, exactly. Right. No, that's a fact. But um, I like it. I like Evan Fournier, but it's 78 mil is a lot. But it doesn't shock me because that's what we do. They fucking spend money. But the biggest one, the biggest fish that we were able to grab was Kimball Walker, and I know it. Some fans are like, I like Kimba. It's hard not to like Kimba, but we've seen what he's been able to do the last few years with the Celtics, and it hasn't been that great. He hasn't been on the court that long either. He's missed a lot of time. So that's a little bit worrying. But other than that, if we can get Kemba back to where he was in his Hornet days,
I'll give you
or
this
prior
much
to
though.
that, when he was with UConn winning fucking national championships, crossing dudes over for the game winner. That
But
if we can get that Kimba or anything close to that Kimba, we'll be in good shape because D Rose is still there, Randall's still there. We still got we lost Burke and I think one other guy.
no,
But
you kept Alec Burks.
we kept Burke. Who did we
Yeah,
lose? I know
Reggie Bullock and
Reggie Bullock.
Alfred Payton. But
Payton, there you
going on that, the Knicks got 3 point guards. So you're
go.
gonna take a lot. There's not gonna be as much wear and tear needed on Kemba now because you got Derrick
Exactly.
Rose off the bench, and then you got fucking Emmanuel Quickly who had a good rookie year.
Absolutely. Yep. So we're stacked at that position and they can go between point guard and shooting guard. So we'll be straight there. We'll be straight there. So he's got to perform. He's got to perform. You're in New York now. You're home.
Oh,
You should be
yeah, he's from the
comfortable.
Bronx. There's nothing bigger than being from the Bronx and going to play in the Garden.
Come on now. This is what you dreamed of, playing on these streets right down this where I live at. Like, come on now. Come on, Kimba. Bring it. I'm not expecting for us to go to the fucking finals or anything like that. But can we get to the second round? Can we win at least the first round? I'll be happy with that if we can get past the first round. Please. Thank you. Other than that, there is some other teams that made some big splashes in this free agency. and the East got better. The East definitely got better. So, starting off with my old favorite team, the Miami Heat. They look like a team that spent some money. Pat Riley, he's known to do this. He wants to be in the finals, and he'll spend the money, whatever it is, what it takes to get his team back in the finals. He sniffed it 2 years ago, was there, but he had to go up against a man that used to help them win championships, and LeBron James.
Nah, he wasn't getting it. He wasn't going to
get that one. It just wasn't happening. But now he has an opportunity to get back there because this team that he built looks dangerous. A very defensive team at that. What are your thoughts on the Miami Heat moves?
Miami Heat, they definitely made some moves. Obviously, the biggest name that was out there, Kyle Lowry.
Absolutely. I saw that coming because they were talking about it since last year.
Is it a big shock? That's somebody who fits perfectly in that whole grit and grind team that they got.
Absolutely.
Like, he's a dog. We all know it. He's going to do the dirty work.
Right.
If Jimmy Butler was like 6'2", he'd be Kyle Lowry.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Smart re-signing Duncan Robinson. Hello, shooting.
Exactly.
PJ Tucker was big. PJ Tucker's a big move.
Yeah.
Like, you seen what he did in the playoffs on defense.
Mm-hmm.
And then even today, re-signing Victor Oladipo.
Yeah.
If he can stay healthy, if he can get healthy.
That's it. If he can stay healthy, that's gonna be a problem.
And then they signed Jimmy Butler getting that max, so Jimmy's getting paid.
He's happy, so he's gonna ball out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing. When it comes to free agency, you can never count Miami out because Pat Riley is Pat Riley.
He's gonna spend that bread.
Shit, we was out there. We know how nice it is to be in Miami.
Exactly. Oh yeah, he wants to see that city filled with Miami Heat fans all day long. Because we already know the vibe, so we might have to go out there and catch a game. You're filming.
Oh yeah.
You're filming. So, Miami is going to be a defensive squad, and that's how they should be with those guys that they got. That's the team that you need to fill around Jimmy Butler. A defensive-minded team that can also shoot. That starting five. Oh my God, dirty. Losing Kendrick Nunn off the bench hurts, but they'll be fine. I think they'll be fine. Still got Tyler Hero. Bam still doing his thing. That's a team to look out for sure. Then staying on the East Coast, but just moving up north, a team that used to be in the finals all the time until number 23 left, and they haven't sniffed it since. But now, I think before I say what their moves and shit, I think the reason why these moves were made is because of one, Zach LaVine. I think that, if I'm not mistaken, he's on his last year with them.
Could be.
I think he might be a free agent this year, upcoming year. So
these moves were definitely make the star player up. I'll tell you what. These moves are moves teams like New Orleans and Portland should have made. Teams to make the star player happy and want to stay.
Exactly. That's what you got to do. Sometimes you just got to kiss ass because at the end of the day, it's going to help you out. Maybe you don't make it that far in the playoffs, but at least you got there. At least you were able to fill the seats and make some money off the shit. You're not going to make no money if you can't fill the seats because your team is trash.
And I mean,
one star.
Even though you said like the East definitely got tougher, it did. It definitely did. But that whole 6 to 9 in the East is a crapshoot every year.
Yep, that's a fact. Anybody can get into that last 3 spots over there. Absolutely. But yeah, so keeping Zach LaVine happy, they brought over what's the list? Because I forgot all the names. Oh, Lonzo, obviously being the first one. That was a huge, huge move.
That's
Shout
a
out to
good
my
move.
boy Zach uh, Nick. Sorry, Nick Lavera. I'm sorry if I said it wrong, but that's something that he's been wishing for a long
That's a
time.
big move. That's a big move.
I was hoping the Knicks were going to make that move, but we didn't. It is
I
what
was
it is.
hoping Lonzo was coming back to LA.
That too. That would have been nice.
Listen, Lonzo has improved this game immensely. Like his shooting is way better.
Pay attention, Ben Simmons, because look at a guy that everyone used to kill about shooting because it's disgusting ass shot, and now we've seen what he looks like a few years now later, and look what he's doing.
Anywho,
don't hate because he didn't do that for you guys.
No, I'm not talking about it. I don't care for Ben Simmons.
Oh.
Anyway, his shot has gotten way better. Lonzo's one of the best defensive guards in the league.
Yep.
He's athletic as hell, and he's a playmaking pass first point guard. What better for Zach LaVine?
Another move I thought where he possibly would go was with his brother, because Devontae Graham is out of there. So that would have been interesting. But
I'm shocked, but I give it. You know what? Smart on him. Do your own thing like he's been doing.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like him going to play with his brother is just going to bring more of a media circus.
Yeah, that's true.
If you notice how his pops hasn't been like, there's no hate at all to LeVar, but he hasn't been the big.
Right.
Let them rock. Let them make their name on themselves and play. Let playing do the talking. LaMelo's play last year is what made him Rookie of the Year.
Yep, that's a fact.
But for Alonso's to go pick up and then like the Bulls stole Alex Caruso away from my Lakers. That hurt to see. But
definitely hurt to see.
He's definitely gonna get a big energy guy who's gonna play his ass off.
He got that
hustle.
bag.
He's gonna get all the hustle points.
Yep.
Another guy who's good on the defensive side. He's he's inconsistent shooting, but he's gonna give it his all.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other big signing was DeMar DeRozan. Was a nice pickup.
Huge pickup for them. I think that's something that's gonna
take some of the scoring away from LaVine, which will help him.
Mm-hmm. Right. And that was huge because, especially for DeRozan, because he did his thing in San Antonio, but I'm sure he wasn't really happy there. But now playing for a big team like Chicago, and now you got two other stars. Come on now.
Plus, I think he's mad that he didn't get his. I think he's mad he didn't get to come to the Lakers.
Yeah.
He was talking to LeBron before the Rush trade, and
I think that's really what he wanted to do because that's hometown. So that would have made him happy. But I think before his career ends, he will be in a Lakers uniform. Something tells me that's going to happen because he deserves it.
Yeah, but I definitely think the Bulls definitely upgrade, and I definitely see them being a playoff team.
And absolutely. And do they still have that center? That amazing center? I think he's a center or power forward. Starts with an L. I forgot his name.
Lowry Marketing?
Tall.
Marketing? Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, he's still there. There's reports that they're rumored to trade him, but you gotta forget you're forgetting that their center that they just got is an all-star from Orlando, Vucevic.
Oh, there we go. I knew it. I was like, there's someone else that.
No, they got Vucevic, who's an all-star center. Yeah.
There you go. He was a beast in Orlando.
No, they got a nice squad. They definitely got a nice squad.
Yeah, Chicago's back on the map. Chicago's definitely back on the map. It's the East is going to be interesting to watch. You still got Atlanta, who's going to do their thing. The East is going to be interesting.
Atlanta.
So those are the top four that we think so far are, in that made noise so far. Who else did some noise?
Atlanta didn't make no moves but re-sign their guys.
As they should. They made their adjustment.
They gave John Collins the money he deserved. He made that in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Obviously, Trey got his extension. We know.
As he should.
Other teams that I'm as much as I don't want to talk about them, but I gotta give Brooklyn credit for getting Patty Mills.
Yeah,
That's a nice
that's
pickup.
huge. Patty Mills he's special.
You know, hopefully it's regular Patty Mills and not fucking Australian Patty Mills, because that's a different person.
It sure is. He cooking niggas right now.
He cooking. When he puts on that Australia jersey, he's different.
That boy different.
I'm just scrolling through some of the list. I don't know. I see Philly still didn't really do a lot because nobody wants Ben Simmons for what they're asking for. They're
Right.
asking for 4 first-round picks.
Yep. They had talks with the Warriors, and
I
they were
think
asking too
teams
much.
might trade him 4 first-round picks for a shooting machine over Ben Simmons.
Exactly.
Phoenix Suns, they brought everybody back and they added JaVale McGee.
Oh yeah, right.
Which is big because Ayton was good until he ran into that guy Giannis.
Exactly.
I don't really. I'm trying to think of any like of the big names as I'm going through it. This is a lot of guys re-signing. Spencer Dinwiddie's probably going to end up with the Wizards.
Right. Yep. I did
I want
see
to talk
that.
about but since we're on free agency and we talking about that, but let's talk about teams who ain't do shit or made bad moves. I'll give you teams. I'll give you one that you spoke before we got on the Spurs. What the fuck?
Yeah,
is Zach Collins a 3-year deal who hasn't been healthy in probably 3 or 4 years?
Right, exactly.
I think he injured he broke his foot while recovering from a broken foot.
Ridiculous.
And let's not forget to mention he's a 7-footer.
Yeah.
7-footers with feet problems never
end.
Yeah,
it's going to be a reoccurring cycle with
that.
Yeah, the
obviously
Spurs
Portland.
Just trying to empty house.
Portland
has to be the most. Do you really want to piss
you? Like, does Dame have to drop a diss record on them or like, bro?
They by far, out of all the teams, have to be the most disappointing team this offseason because we should have seen nothing but Portland on the screens soon as free agency started. Let's go get him. Let's go get him.
All right,
you
re-signed Norman Powell. You had to keep him.
Right.
After what you gave up to get him, you have to keep him. But
absolutely.
Otherwise, you brought in Cody Zeller and Tony Snell. Okay.
Cody Zeller.
You know what that's like when you're playing 2K? That's like when you're playing 2K and you're in like my league or some shit and you go to start your next season and you don't have enough people and you tell the computer just to fill out your roster.
Exactly.
That's what happened then.
Fill the roster. That's exactly what they did. That makes no fucking sense. I don't understand it. Dame, enough is enough. Enough with the sweet shit. Enough with the being loyal shit. Enough with it. Request a trade. Nobody's going to tarnish your fucking name. And if they are, fuck them. Who cares? You're too damn good to be on a team that's going nowhere. You were, 4 years removed from a conference finals appearance, which you got swept in. Let's go. It's time for everybody wants to see you on the big stage. Everybody wants to see you on the fucking big stage. It's time to move on. Request a fucking trade.
I just don't want people saying that. I'm all for it. Get him out of there. But we got it. Like, for the people who saying that, don't flip the switch if he does land up on a fucking Golden State. Oh, listen.
Right.
Look how he's being treated now. You want this man to waste his prime good years to never win? Yep. If he ends up in Golden State, fuck it. You got to try to beat them.
Fuck it. This is what the NBA is. You have to accept it. I've accepted it. I didn't like it when it first happened, but it is what it is now. It's not going to change. The players are in control of this league now. So this is what it is. And these people would be the same motherfuckers that would say in 10 years when he's, or whatever, how long he's in the league, when he's done, he has no ring. You're saying, oh yeah, he was a good player, but he got no ring, so he was trash. Fuck him. No,
I'll go this
fuck
far.
him.
Fuck that. I want to know how many Net fans was the ones talking shit about KD. He's a snake. This, that.
Yep.
But now that he's there, he's
They
the
love
man.
it. Exactly. Oh yeah.
I'm not afraid to shit. I was a big LeBron hater when he was in Miami.
Right.
Before even he went back to Cleveland, I say, you know what? The guy's there. He's doing his thing.
Right.
So I'm not gonna say I became a LeBron guy because he's a Laker. No. I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm a Laker fan.
Right.
If LeBron was to leave us tomorrow to go to whatever team, I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's the Lakers. We still gonna win. But let's not.
Definitely hurt just a little. He
of
don't want
course.
to admit it hurt him a little.
Nah, LeBron coming back to
Still
us,
hurt.
LeBron signing with us was like definitely gave me like, all right, shit. Now we were rebuilding. Now we got a chance to.
Yeah.
It changes your direction. Like when you go from a team that's rebuilding and then the superstar comes there, you're not like, oh, we're not rebuilding no more. Now we got to compete.
We're competing. It's no questions. When you got
I
a guy
just
like
feel
LeBron,
for guys like
you got to go for chips. That's it.
I feel for guys like Dame and shit. Like, how long are you gonna be stuck in that spot of add role player here, add insert name here?
Right.
Let's be honest. In the NFL, what did Aaron Rodgers just say? Don't nobody come to Green Bay to vacation. They come to Green Bay to play with me.
That's a fact.
Nobody's going to Portland for vacation.
That's
if you're not going to get guys to play with Dame, give him a chance somewhere else.
Let him go. Let him fucking go somewhere else and be great. No offense to CJ McCollum. I love him. He's one of my favorite players.
CJ McCollum was a target I wanted the Lakers to go after.
Mm-hmm. He's just not a number two. He's not a true number two. He has his games, but he's just not that piece.
It's just not that. CJ McCollum is not enough.
He's not enough.
If they were in the East, they would have had a lot more chances with them too.
Absolutely.
We're in the West.
Absolutely.
It's a different ball game out there.
Damn.
Like we're not even mentioning, even though they didn't make the big moves or nothing, the Denver Nuggets, they're getting an all-star back next year.
Yep. Oh, well, go ahead.
They're getting Jamal Murray back next year. Look at what they did in the playoffs without him. We got there. Jokic won MVP, everything. Yep. They re-signed Will Barton. Good. Their biggest pickup is Jeff Green.
Yep.
That's a good role player. I'm not gonna shit on that. That's a good role player. Jeff Green was big for the Nets.
Yep. Absolutely. Another team, Dallas. Like
the one thing I like Dallas doing was re-signing Tim Hardaway.
You had to.
Otherwise, all right, Reggie Bullock, he's a shooter, cool.
Right.
But don't see a lot of help for Luka there.
Right. That's my problem. You gotta when you got a guy like Luka, and there's already talks that he's unhappy.
And then you traded away Josh Richardson.
Huh?
Didn't they trade away Josh Richardson yet? Why?
I don't know. He was a great pickup for them.
Another shooter.
Did they re-sign what's the little dude? Brunson, I think.
I think he's still there.
He's still there? All right, that's good.
Yeah, they didn't that it's crazy because outside of teams like the Lakers, Heat, Bulls, there hasn't been great movement. Like I said, it wasn't name-wise, it wasn't a big free agent class.
Right.
But teams that we would expect to go out there, we were all talking about trades. Nothing. Draft day came, no big trades happened.
Yeah.
Besides the Lakers getting Westbrook. You got Ben Simmons still in Philly. Everybody said, oh, he's out of there. I think now's the time. Teams got to really look at it and how much you value guys to what their value actually is. Dennis Schroeder, you're valuing yourself at $25 million a season. Nothing. The cap space is gone. Teams with cap space have filled it up. Where are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to sign with the Lakers for $10 million, $12 million? You're going to lose out on $13 million that you wanted?
He's an idiot. he's an idiot. But hey, you get what you deserve because you definitely didn't deserve it. So
You're gonna bet on yourself. Bet on yourself by all means.
but be
But you
smart.
gotta succeed.
You better.
You
You
gotta
fucking better.
you gotta come through with it. Yeah.
And you didn't. So hey, it is what it is. You got to be smarter than that, my guy. Is there any other teams to talk about?
I'm just trying to look through this here. It's not a lot of big moves. Obviously, Steph Curry got a crazy contract.
Yes, sir.
Well deserved.
Yep.
Quick thought. You know, we always gotta talk about this team now.
All right.
The Lakers' little brothers.
That
other LA team. And
the
all the
Clippers.
talk, look, y'all made it farther than us in the playoffs. Cool. Still didn't end up in the chip.
Sure didn't.
You re-signed Nicholas Batum. He did. He was pretty good for you this past year.
Yep.
Serge Ibaka's coming back. Cool.
Yep.
But Kawhi might not even play this season.
They're fucked.
Yo, like can we go back a couple years ago? Did Kawhi put the Raptors on his back and won the finals? Yes. But y'all was all willing to crown him the new king of the NBA and all of that.
Spoke too soon, didn't they?
Yeah, he was number one. Shit.
Yeah. It looks like you guys are going to
Giannis is there for his team.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Clippers.
Take off games when you want. Do this, do that, do this.
Get comfortable in the basement because you're going to be there for
This is my thing. The Clippers they're trying their hardest to do this, and y'all being secretive about injuries and shit. Oh, he was out with a knee injury. They didn't even want to tell us he had a tear in his ACL.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's gonna cost him a whole year.
Sorry.
And he opted out because if he would have stayed on the contract, they could have got an injury player exception for him, was a couple mil. Can't even get that because now they got to sign him to a whole new contract.
Fuck. That sucks.
All right. It's coming in now. Spencer Dinwiddie is on the Wizards.
Okay.
It just went through. It's gonna be a sign and trade, I think. It's gonna be something with like 62 mil.
Okay.
3 years, 62 mil. Nice. 21 a year.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So,
I mean,
all right.
I figured the Nets wasn't going to bring him back.
Yeah, of course not. They're good. They're set.
Time Patty Mills, you don't need him.
They're good. But other than that, that is all of our topics for today. Thank you guys for joining us. Make sure, like I said, you subscribe, like, and comment anything that you want as far as NBA topics. And if you have any questions, we'll definitely get back to you. Make sure you check in on our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook page. I post daily. If there's NBA topics, I'll talk about it on there as well, with addition from what the podcast is. So other than that, thank you guys for joining us. It's your boy Jones, Jones for Sports, E&J Full Court Shot. Peace. Jones for Sports. We make sports better.